Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Brianna, and for those of you that do know me, what's up? I am so excited to be filming again. It has been such a long time since I filmed a YouTube video, and that is because although I was very eager and I felt very ready back then to start filming, in reality I wasn't ready. I was in an uncomfortable position as far as like filming space, but now I feel like I am ready and I am very eager to get this going and to be consistent. As you can see, I have a different filming space. I am currently filming in my new living room because I have moved since the last time I uploaded. I'm actually in a race against time right now because I'm using only natural light to film at the moment. I don't have any softbox lights or ring lights out. I just have a giant sliding glass door in front of me that is letting in natural light, but the sun is going down any minute now, so I'm just trying to rush through this. Bear with me. What I filmed today is a summer daytime long-lasting kind of makeup routine. I did a poll on Instagram on whether you wanted to see that or if you wanted to see a nighttime summer makeup look including like a dramatic eye, but that actually lost by a lot. Like the daytime makeup look won by a landslide. So here I am filming that today for you. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into the tutorial. So the primer I'm gonna use today is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer. It is a mattifying primer, which I usually like to go for more dewy, more glowy looks, but because it is still really hot and humid in Miami and it's raining every single day, I figured I'd use a mattifying primer underneath it all to keep my oils at bay, and then just add the dew and the glow back in later with other products. I do want to start with my base today first just because I'm not going to really do anything crazy with the eyes. This is just more of like a long wearing, everyday, full coverage but with not too much makeup kind of look. For foundation today, I want to go in with the Maybelline 24 Hour Super Stay Foundation, and this is in the shade 128 Warm Nude, and I'm going to mix that with just a small little drop of my MAC Strobe Cream. And I'm just gonna dab some of that on my face, and I'm gonna go in with a brush to apply it, and then go in with a beauty blender, not a beauty blender, like a beauty sponge, to smooth everything out. I usually like to start at the center of my face and then work outwards, just so that we concentrate most of the product where I want the most coverage, which is here, and then outwards blend so that I don't have any lines of demarcation here, just because that is not a look anyone can rock. What has everyone been up to? It's been such a long time since I've filmed. As some of you may notice, my background is a little different. I am currently filming in my living room just because I have like a huge giant sliding glass door in front of me, so I'm not even using any studio lights right now. This is all natural sunlight, and that's that it's pouring rain outside, so it's not even as bright as it usually is. But yeah, I was off YouTube for a long time just because, I don't know, I just needed to figure stuff out. I needed a minute just for myself. Like for the longest time I had been looking for a place to live, and I finally found the perfect place, and I've been here for about 4 months now, and I'm still feeling like I'm settling in. Like every week we go out and we buy something for the apartment just to little by little get it together. But yeah, I'm finally happy and in my own place. For those of you that know me, you know that for a while I was struggling after I moved out of my other apartment to find something that I actually liked that was worth the money. It's pretty expensive in Miami, like outrageously expensive in Miami. So if I was gonna be committing myself to a really expensive rent, I wanted to make sure it was somewhere that I would be happy, that was conveniently located, safe, and nice, and just worth my money. next I want to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Light. I'm not going to go crazy with the concealer just because I really don't feel like I need too much of it. My dark circles lately have been so very controlled, but I want to use this more so to highlight. I like that really bright under eye look, so I am going to drag it out, not all the way but pretty far, and I don't want to bring it directly under my waterline just because I do have fine lines there, so the more product you apply there, the more it's going to crease throughout the day. So I'll do most of my blending down here and then bring whatever's left over upwards. But I'm going to highlight all the usual places on my face. You might also notice that my hair is even a little different than the last time I uploaded. I cut it and it's actually grown out a lot since I cut it. When I first cut it, I had like a whole chop. Like I did the bob with the bangs. It's finally growing out now. I'm back to my normal blonde and I've been trying out these new hair products recently. So far so good. I am really liking them, but it's only been 3 washes since I've started with the line, so I don't want to get too excited too soon, but so far so good. I am in the process of filming a review on that. I filmed the unboxing, I read what the products claim to do, and I've been taking pictures with every wash, and with every wash I've noticed a difference in my hair. Hopefully, you know, we continue on this track. I look so pale right now, but it's okay. It'll come together. I never used to like cream contour back in the day when like the whole craze started on Instagram. I used to not like the idea of putting on a layer of foundation and then a layer of concealer and then another layer of liquid contour and then powders all on top of that. Like the thought of that much makeup on my face made me cringe. But ever since the summer started, I have been on an all liquid kick and I've actually been really enjoying it. I don't find that my face is very cakey at the end of the day. So I've been going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Concealer in 08 Cocoa Cacao, and I'll just make a line right here, there, and then just a couple dots along my forehead, very close to my hairline. It's actually really dark compared to my skin tone, but once I blend it out, it looks very nice, and it helps bring my face back to a color that will help me look more like the rest of my body. I'm just gonna use the e.l.f. small stippling brush to blend that out. We'll first just push that into the skin without going crazy. I don't want to move all the product underneath it, so I'll push that into the skin, trying not to pass the line that I created. And then here's where I'll just lightly, with barely any pressure, just diffuse that line. And then I'll go in with my beauty blender just to further diffuse. I'm just gonna take whatever was left over on this brush and just run that down the sides of my nose to bring some warmth back into the center of my face as well, because right now all this is bronzed and this is just kind of like a blank canvas. Now I'm just gonna go in with my Hoola bronzer from Benefit, and I'm going to use the more, I would say, stippled side from the KKW Beauty brush. I'm gonna dip back into the bronzer and just hit my forehead with that. I like to do more stippling motions when I apply this, just because I don't want to disrupt all the cream products I have underneath. And I'm not trying to apply a lot of powder. I just want to lightly dust that onto my face. Before I go any further, I'm going to take this Bare Minerals duo that I have. It is a mattifying powder and a highlight. I'm going to go in with the mattifying powder and lightly dust that just right underneath my eyes before I apply my baking powder, or my translucent powder I should say, because I'm not going to bake underneath my eyes. But the reason I do this is so I can just kind of fill in the lines that are there already, so that when I apply my translucent powder, it doesn't settle into those lines and cause them to be more accentuated. I'm going to apply that around the corners of my nose as well, right on my smile lines, the bridge of my nose, and right here in between my eyebrows. Anywhere that I would want to keep matte, or anywhere that I'm going to apply my translucent powder. And right here at the base of my contour, just to help clean that up. There. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of my Airspun powder. So I'm putting that down the bridge of my nose, along the sides, right underneath my eyes. And last but not least, we love a defined contour. So I went back to the gym today for the first time in months, and honestly I'm so excited to just get back into the groove of things. I feel like I'm finally in a place where I'm ready to just be the best me I possibly can. So far 2018 has been so great to me, but I've already accomplished what I've wanted to accomplish this year. We have 6 months left of the year, and I am so determined to make these last 6 months mine. I'm going to use that same duo that I was using. Now I'm using the highlighting side to just hit the high points of my face. This highlight is very subtle and very iridescent, and then I'll go over top of it with another highlight. Only on days that like I want like that extra glow, but today I do, so I'm gonna do it. Now I'm gonna go over top of that same highlight with the Desi X Katie collab with the highlight Fuego. This step I'll usually save for days that like I'll do the same makeup routine like face wise when I'm going out at night, and then I'll like add this extra step. But I don't know, why not do it right now too? You see I'm like pretty lazy, so like I'm just going over my eyebrow like crazy with this, and then at the end of it all I'll just go in with clear brow gel to take that powdery look away from my eyebrows. Today I'm gonna go in with 2 blushes. I'm going to use the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in Seduce, and it's like a very nice neutral shade. Not too pink, not too corally. I think it's nice and neutral. And I'll go in with this one first using the Wet n Wild, this brush. I don't even know what this is for. I use this for both blush and bronzer. I like to apply my blush almost right on top of my bronzer, on top of my bronzer, and kind of just mix the two together, and then I'll do a smile and just hit like the apples of my cheeks as well for like a more youthful look, more awake and youthful. hit this right here and then sweep it back up. And then I'm gonna go in with the Milani Rose d'Oro blush right on top, just because this is one of their baked blushes, so it has like a light sheen, and this will give me more of the color that I'm looking for. So because this has a sheen, it'll help with that dewy glow look without having to apply too much highlight. This is like an all over kind of glow. I'm gonna quickly just take this Wet n Wild, it's like a small tapered brush, dip it in the Hoola bronzer, and I'm just gonna lightly hit the sides of my nose. I'm gonna dust off that bake underneath my contour. That's like the only part of my face that I'll bake. This is like the worst decision I've ever made. I've been using a waterproof mascara. This is the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express whatever mascara. I am using the waterproof just because, like I said before, I work outside, I'm sweating all day, and then it rains and I'm trying to like not have my mascara run down my face. But ever since I started using this mascara, it has been a nightmare for me to take off my mascara at the end of the day. I'm only using this right now because I don't have an alternative. It's not, I mean, I'll use a makeup remover and even then like it just, all of it won't come out. It's so frustrating, but it works really well in the sense of it is extremely waterproof. So even when it's pouring rain at my job and I'm getting soaked, my mascara is not running down my face. So if you have a mascara that isn't waterproof but you find it doesn't transfer throughout the day if you're sweating, I mean, not that like you can jump into a pool with it and it won't run, but you know, it's pretty resistant, please let me know in the comments down below. Anything other than this right now would be great. I usually love Maybelline mascaras, but again, I'm using a waterproof one and it's just not, it's not it. I'm going to now use, oh my goodness, ever since I bought this, I was like, I can't wait to make another YouTube video so that I can show everyone this. Do you guys remember this? Like such an old school product. It's the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara, but clear. I remember using this when I was in middle school and I would use this. I wasn't allowed to wear makeup, so I remember one summer I was spending it in New Jersey and my aunt had bought this for me and she was like, here, like she got me a couple little makeup items so that I could feel like I was wearing makeup, and I would put this on my eyelashes and I'd be like, oh my god, hold on, I have to apply my mascara. And even though it was clear, I felt so great because I was like, oh my god, I'm wearing makeup. And she kind of did this behind my mom's back. And then in high school, I wouldn't fill in my lashes. Like I didn't know what it was to fill in my lashes, but I would always use this clear mascara to keep them in place. It's not as strong as something like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, but what I do find is because it's not as strong, it's not as harsh on your hairs. The hairs on my eyebrows are very thin. They're not as strong as the hairs on my eyelashes. So I do like to use this instead, and I'll just brush the hairs on my eyebrow upward. And then I'll go in from the top and just boom. Brush them up and boom. I'm gonna use now the Wet n Wild setting spray. I'll let that dry, and while that dries, I'll clean up the mascara on the top of my eyelids and apply some lip gloss. Alright, so really quickly I went ahead and I put on my earrings and I did my lips off camera for some reason. I used the NYX NYX lip liner in Natural and the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in Pure Hollywood, and then just to give it like a sheen in the middle, some glossy effect, I used the Desi X Katie Dose of Colors collab over the top lip gloss. I try not to use it that much because this was limited edition and I'm running out of it. I don't know if you can see, there's barely anything left in there, and I'm sad because I loved that whole collab, that whole collection that came out, and I'm like running out of a lot of it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you learned something new. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, I do plan on just getting back into the swing of things. I finally feel like I'm ready to start filming and just being consistent on YouTube. If you have any suggestions or any requests on what it is that you would like to see in any of my future videos, feel free to leave that in a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and you want to see more videos of me. That's it from me, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.